Hello, Facebook Live. How are you doing today? It is day 24 of the 30-day life challenge, and today we are gonna speak about perfection and why perfection is the death of progress. And to begin with, I have a little story to tell you because today I had a friend over here. She came to visit me and she also came to ride my horse. So she's a rider. I trained her for quite some years. She's a very good rider actually, but the last year or so, she didn't have any horse to ride anymore. She doesn't have her own horse and she didn't have much time to ride. So she came a few times to visit me, but in the last 6 months, she didn't ride at all anymore. So she had a 6-month break of riding. And today she came and she rode my horse and I trained her a bit. So I stayed with her and I helped her. And in the beginning, of course, she had a 6-month break. It was quite challenging and she struggled a bit and it was not easy to get back into things. And what we noticed rather quickly after a while into our session together was that she was really stuck in the idea of having to do it right, having to do it perfectly, having to do it exactly correctly, everything. And so what happened was that her energy got stuck. She was trying so hard to do it perfectly that the energy couldn't flow anymore. And she got stuck and the energy got stuck. And because the energy was stuck, and my horse is very, very sensitive, you can really ride her only on energy. Because the energy was stuck, my horse reacted and didn't move anymore. And so what we did was actually doing the opposite. The more she tried to do it perfect, I then decided to, instead of continue to train her and tell her, do this, do that, we switched 180 degrees and I told her, you know what? Let's do the opposite. You go ahead and you just experiment. You just try stuff out. Find a way to connect with the horse. I'm going to shut up for a while and you just do whatever you feel like and you just check whatever feels right and experiment. Try stuff out. Like, she knows my horse by now. She knows my horse never does anything bad. So she knows it's completely safe. And so she experimented and she tried out some things. She used a bit more energy and she noticed that the horse was speeding up a lot. And then she used a bit less energy and she tested things and she was trying stuff out. And it was really, really interesting for her to just feel the horse and not have to focus on anyone giving her any corrections or telling her how to change things or what to do better. And so she focused just on a horse and they started building a real bond. They started really listening to each other and connecting. And because there was no pressure to do things right, because it was just about experimenting and playing and having fun, and things were flowing with ease, what happened was that within a few minutes, she was having such immense progress from being really stuck and really struggling with basic exercises. She went ahead and she actually figured out an exercise that is above and beyond her level that she has never done before yet. She all by herself figured out how to do it because she was in that playful mood and my horse knows how to do it. But she by herself figured out which aids she needed and which commands she needed to give the horse. So she would do that exercise that the rider has never done before and didn't know how to do originally. But just by being playful and experimenting, she figured it out because the energy was flowing. And as the energy was flowing, there was space for progress. And then she moved into this exercise and I was like, oh my God, are you intending to do a PF right now? And she was like, I don't know, am I? I'm just trying stuff out. And she was doing this really difficult exercise. And it was just so cool. And that was just such a reminder that when we strive for perfection, we kill progress. Because there is no progress in perfection. Perfection is a still picture. When something is perfect, it doesn't change anymore. It's standing still. And life never stands still. So the moment we want something to be perfect and we strive for perfection, we are actually assuring ourselves that we are going to kill the thing that we're trying to create. Because as soon as something is perfect, it dies. Because it stops evolving. And without evolution, there's no life. There is one law to life that cannot be bypassed, which is life is constantly evolving. When life doesn't evolve, it starts to fall apart, it starts dying. There's either evolution or death. And so the moment we are trying to do something perfectly, we are killing it. We are taking the life out of it. And that's what we noticed, and that's what she noticed when she was sitting in that saddle. And she was trying to do it perfectly. She was trying to be perfect. It felt like the need to be perfect was sucking the life out of the experience of riding that horse and like being with the horse. Because the energy doesn't move. Perfection is a still picture. So when you try to strive for perfection, you stop any and all movement. You contract everything, trying to keep that perfect moment, keep that perfect picture, and trying to keep this still picture. But then, when the energy can't move anymore, it dies. You can't keep it, because life is all about evolution. And when life can't evolve, when there's no movement of energy, it dies. There's death. And perfection is a still picture. When there's perfection, there's no evolution, there's no progress, there is no change anymore, there's no movement of energy. It's a still picture, and without that movement, there's death. And so, this is really maybe a bit of a mindset shift for all the perfectionists out there. It is not about perfection. If you make it about perfection, you're gonna doom the thing you're trying to do perfectly for death. It's not gonna survive if it's perfect. But if you're striving for progress instead, you're gonna guarantee constant betterment. You can strive for greatness and know that even greatness is not perfect, and there's still room to grow and evolve. It's constant evolution, constant progress that creates the best things in the world. The magic lies in accepting that nothing will ever be perfect. But constant evolution and constant progress is the thing to strive for, because that means things will constantly get better. And then who needs perfect if you can have better and better every day? I mean, if you know that whatever it is you create, as long as you evolve it and you evolve with it, it will get better and better and better. Why would you even need something perfect that's always the same? Isn't that kind of boring? Wouldn't it be so much cooler to have something absolutely great today and know that you are ready to evolve it and you are ready to evolve yourself and it will be even better tomorrow? Isn't that a lot more fun? Like, look at my friend today with my horse. The two of them had so much fun. I wish I would have filmed it. Like, it was such a pleasure watching them. I was standing in the middle, silently, watching them in awe because the two of them had so much fun. They connected. Like, my horse was teaching her. She was speaking to the horse. They had a bond. They were having fun. They were playful. There was energy flowing. And no one cared about the damn perfection. Because there was progress. And in that progress, quantum leaps were possible. What they did today together was a quantum leap. She figured out an exercise that is far above and beyond her level all by herself, just by listening to her horse. I mean, if that's not a quantum leap, I don't know what is. But that quantum leap is only possible in an environment where the energy moves and flows. And there's a lightness to it. There's no need for perfection, but there's flow. And so there's progress and there's evolution possible. And then quantum leaps become possible. So do not strive for perfection. Perfection won't lead you anywhere except to death. Strive for progress. Strive for constant progress and evolution. Because that's where life is. That's where life is. And that's also where fun is. Perfection is no fun. Perfection is stiff and still and tense and contracted. But constant progress and evolution, in a playful way, in an experimentative, light way, well, that's a hell out of fun. That's something to strive for. That's something to enjoy. So this is the best advice I can give you in life. Do not strive for perfection. Strive for progress, constant progress and evolution. And strive for progress in a fun way, in an enjoyable way, in a I don't judge myself, I just try stuff out kind of way. And if something goes wrong, well, then I know what not to do. And on to the next. Let's see what's going to work. We are having fun here. Like little children. Like my friend with my horse today. Let's not give so much importance to the things that go wrong. Let's give a lot more importance to the journey and the experimentation and the constant progress and evolution that comes from it. Let's play again. Let's live a life of play again, because we deserve it. And honestly, it takes us so much further than a life in which we try to be perfect, which is unattainable anyway, because as soon as you're perfect, you're dead. All the energy stands still, you die. So don't strive for perfection. Strive for a playful way of being in constant progress and evolution. And you are going to have the best possible life. And you're going to quantum leap. And you're not going to believe where you're going to be in 1 year from now if that's the attitude you have towards life. Because things are just going to flow to you. Because that's how life works. When you're in constant flow, you magnetize flow. Doors open, opportunities drop in, everything drops in. Because that's how life works. Flow magnetizes flow. And when you're open and you're constantly moving, you open doors. And you are constantly presented with opportunities. So that's the way to go. If you want a life that feels really good on all levels. Go for constant growth and evolution and throw the perfection idea overboard. Because no one really needs that. And no one really wants that. Because as soon as we attain it, we realize it's not much fun at all. But constant growth and evolution, if you do it the right way, that's a hell lot of fun. So let's go for that. Because life is supposed to be fun. Well, that speech I think I needed myself. So thank you for being here with me. You know that feeling that whatever comes through you is also like not just meant for the people you speak to, but like also for yourself. Sometimes when I do these lives, that's the feeling I get. Like this stuff that flows through me, it's not just meant for you to hear, but it's also like meant for me to hear. It's kind of cool. Like it serves everybody. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I love that. Thank you so much for being with me here tonight at this late hour. I don't know where you are in the world, so it might not be late for you, but I'm in Italy. I actually managed just to do this live on time because it's 11:45 p.m. right now, so I would only have another 15 minutes if I hadn't gone live yet. So just in time. And yeah, so thank you for being with me here tonight. I love you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave it a thumbs up and Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I love to hear your opinions. I love to hear your experiences and anything you want to share. And if you know someone whom you think could profit from that video, or who you think might love it, please feel free to share. And I will see you again tomorrow for another live in the 30-Day Life Challenge. Thank you so much for being here. I love you very much, and I will see you soon.